All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well while I learned this truth from. And salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, man, just basically getting on the U.S., man. Because for lack of better words, these devils have their hands over the whole world. For lack of better words, man, what the hell is these devils doing putting sanctions on Ukraine, on Iran, Salakia, and then funding Ukraine, and then funding Israel each year? What you doing in other folks' business, Esau? You know, Esau is the biggest busybody upon the planet Earth because if he ain't got his fingers in it, if he ain't getting profit off of it, then there's no value to it. So let's go ahead and start off right here in the book of Job. This is the book of Job 9. This is the book of Job 9 in verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because ultimately, the reason why Esau can do this, because the earth was given unto him, man. You know, basically the different laws and legislations that's going on upon the planet Earth is because of why? It's the influence of these Edomites. The Lord have blessed this devil with the fatness of the earth, man. He blessed this devil actually with rulership, but the wicked rulership at that, man. Because this rulership goes against everything that's righteous, man. This rulership actually hate righteous, man, and love wickedness. Now, real quick, I have an article. It says U.S. from RT News. It says U.S. sanctions Iran's morality police. Now, real quick, let's just look with the morality police. And for lack of better words, on the forefront, that sounds like a good thing. A police, a thing so people can keep their morals or keep their integrity, man. And then that's one big thing that these Americans lack is what? Integrity, man. Let's go right here. The morality police, in other words, the Islamic religious police, and I just heard about this today. You know, it's Islamic religious police are official Islamic vice squad police agencies which enforce religious observance and public morality on belief of national or regional authorities based on its interpretation of Sharia. So basically, what they're doing, they're pushing forth the religious laws they believe in. Because for lack of better words, is a big hurrah about them putting to death a woman that was dressed improper. Now, let's say, you know, in all this is allegedly when you read the article. But let's say they've been doing this thing for years. Again, this been established since 1940, and all of a sudden now it become a problem. Now it's a worldwide thing. Now it got so big that America have to step in. But number one, what are you doing stepping in on another country's business, man? Unless you have certain investors in them, man. You know? But again, just going back, these devils, they actually have a problem with order. They have a problem with righteousness, man. Everything that's righteous, these devils, they don't want, man. That's why they put sanctions on the morality police. And I'm going on the article a little bit, but the main point I want to hit on is just what these devils stepping in into other folks' business, man. Basically meddling with these other different nations' affairs. Again, what the hell is the U.S. doing arguing with Russia over Ukraine? When that's not even close to where you stay at, man. You know? Why the hell is the U.S. Doing this thing with Iran? And it's a reason why in the Middle East, the Edomites are known as what? The Great Saint, man. Because as the years goes on and the days go by, this devil shows himself to be more and more the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because again, this guy, he's against everything that's righteous, man. Let's go right here to the book of Isaiah 24. Matter of fact, let's start at Isaiah 5 real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 5, jumping down to verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So basically, these devils have basically switched things up. Now, a TikTok dance is righteous now, man. Now you're doing these different TikTok challenges is righteous, man. When really, that's a shame inside the eyes of Yahweh Shai, man. So let's go ahead and go jump over. Even being a mo. You having this different LGXYZ culture. That's totally against the ways of the Heavenly Father. But that's what's promoted in this Western Hemisphere, man. And this Western Hemisphere is being spread throughout the whole world. That's why it's been a sanction on a morality police, man. And again, it's not like, for lack of better words, that woman didn't know the rules. Because again, that's their different laws, legislation. That's an Islamic state. They got in order to live there and stuff like that, you have to live under a certain religion and things like that. So she knew the rules, but at the same time, for lack of better words, I'm going to read this article, and it's going to show you that this devil is nothing but the deceiver and the lie that the Bible speaks of, man. But let's read this real quick in Isaiah 24, in verse 5. It says, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Who is the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof? Who are the inhabitants? The Edomites, going back to that Job 9 and 24. Continuing on, though, it says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, because ultimately you transgressed against the ways of Yahweh Shai, man. Ultimately, the Lord, he's bringing you down because of why? You do not know how to rule, man. And this is a perfect example why, because in order for Esau to get his point across, he have to lie, steal, and kill, man. Now, real quick, read this article again from RT News. It says, U.S. sanctions Iran's morality police. The Treasury announced the move as protesters over a young woman's alleged murder spread in Iran. And it's allegedly, man. Continuing on, the U.S. on Thursday imposed sanctions on Iran's so-called morality police, citing a woman's death in their custody as the reason. Amid spreading unrest in Iran over the alleged murder of Masha Amini, and again, this what Esau do to incite the crowds, man. It says the U.S. Treasury, and it's like this. So every time somebody act up, you got to go over there and send funds and help things out. You won't even got shit straight at the house, America. Inflation is coming. Famine is coming. The water is still dirty in Mississippi and Flint, Michigan. So what the hell you doing putting your nose in Iran's business? Continuing on, though. It says the U.S. Treasury also sanctioned 7 senior officials of the Islamic Republic Security Organization. Now, let's go ahead and read this. Get the point, but we're gonna get the main point of it. Here you go. It says Amani died in the hospital on September 16, 2 days after being arrested. Law enforcement officials said her death was the result of a heart attack. However, multiple reports on social media suggest that the young woman had died of injuries sustained while in custody. And so they push forth this information through social media because people don't get news no more through Fox or through CNN or through just TV. People get their news now through what? Social media, a trending topic. And when I found, when you found out that Kobe died, it came through the ESPN app first before it came through Fox 6, man. So this how people get their news now through social media. And for the lack of better words, people's mind are so, full of that brain dead entertainment, they believe everything. It says the claims prompt unrest in several cities, with rights groups saying too many people have been killed by security services because there's certain laws over there that's punishable by death. Continuing on, U.S. Treasury Janet Yellen described Amani's death as yet another act of brutality by the Iranian regime security forces against its own people. What about Trayvon Martin? And again, this devil, he's the ultimate hypocrite. What about George Floyd? Even though we know those were psyops, why the hell are you still in everybody else's business? Continuing on. It says imposing sanctions on the morality police. In Esau, he's the immorality police, It says, in Iranian security officials demonstrates the U.S. clear commitment to stand up for human rights and for rights for women in Iran and globally. Then again, you saying human rights, then you gotta add the women. What about the men? So the only people you only care about is the humans, the women. Because again, for the lack of better words, what these devils trying to do is do away with that manly culture, man. Doing away with that authority spirit, for the lack of better words, man. The spirit of integrity, man. Because again, once Esau started letting the woman rule, or the woman to do things here and there, then everything goes into shit. Let's go ahead and go back to the point real quick. Let's go ahead and go to the main point. And I'm going to get the scriptures. It says the U.S. Treasury sanctions announced came as Iran's Revolutionary Guards called the country judiciary to identify those who were spreading false news and reports, and how they was doing it through social media. Because again, people do not get their news from Fox 6 or CNN no more, man. They get it through social media. It said, and that's why they want let's identify who. Because you go to the servers who push that information forth, I bet you that server is going to end up in the Western Hemisphere, man. Continuing on. It says, amid the spreading protest over Armani's death, the guard said that those endangering the psychological safety of society should be persecuted. And that's what these devils are doing. They fucking up the minds of people, man. Because again, these guys, they already had their laws set up, They already have a morality. They know what that do. They catch you eating the pig over there, it's over with, And you know that when you enter into their city. But for the lack of better words, why would you go and step in somebody else's spot and change the rules unless you the devil? And you ain't changing the rules for the better. You changing the rules for the worse. Let's get this in the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon had been the golden cup in the Lord's hand. And that's it. Babylon have been exalted. Have been the highest ruling nation, man. It was a golden cup that made all the earth drunken. Why? You go into the movies of the 1980s and things like that. In the 1960s, just how they pushed forth how America was. Everybody wanted to seek after this place, man. Come over here and pinch their teeth. That's why I says that made all the earth drunken. That's why different culture is in America. That's in America, spread throughout the whole world. Jazz, hip hop, things like that, and even simple things like McDonald's. It's a McDonald's in China. Why? Because they seen it on Back to the Future first. Now they want it over there. Let's continue on though. It says that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. And again, the nations are pissed off, man. Why? Because they realized they went home with a 10 and woke up with a 2, man. Realize that you the devil that the Bible speaks of, and they should have never made that treaty with you, man. But at the end of the day, just going back to the point, man, these devils got their hand into everybody's business, and everybody is tired of it. Even your own allies are tired of it, Esau. Let's go to Revelation 17. This is the book of Revelation 17. Because even once you go into France and Germany and things like that, those different major NATO countries, basically, man, you can tell that those guys are tired of USBS, man. France are still, certain people and certain governors and high members of in France culture, they talking about the Brexit, And they already had the Brexit, Britain already gone. So let's go ahead and get this real quick in Revelation 17 in verse 10. It says, the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And you even go into a Q&A in France and just look at it. And what you think about Americans? They're stubborn, they're proud. I just hate their accent, and it be spot on, Starbucks, it be spot on, man. But everybody is beginning to hate this whore because why? They can see her as she is, man. Continuing on. It says, it shall make her desolate. It shall make her next like it. Read again. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Because ultimately, that's the end goal of Babylon, man. To be getting hit with ICBM nuclear missiles. Why? For the wickedness that you push forth throughout the whole planet Earth, man. That's going to be the ultimate cleansing agent and to reverse all the wicked things that you have done, man. So yeah, I can just a quick little video. I pray it was edifying. I want to say, call Halayim Laya Hawa, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, Shalom DTA, and the Bob.